I've just found out that we were going to wait on the helipad until we needed to go, but I've just found something out. Shit.
Is there something that we need to do?
Yes. Yes, there is.
Wow.
No, it's not. It's nothing bad. It's just. Oh my god! I'm gonna have to kill myself. You know, I've missed it. I have to kill myself. We'll be right back. It'll be right back. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, they're here. Come back to the hideout soon. Yeah. This is it.
Oh, so we haven't missed it.
Let me drink my citrusy goodness. Luckily, I don't think we've missed it. Because basically, apparently we've got to do it at 10 a.m. It says do it at 10 a.m. But this is 11 a.m. Game, let me change my chainsaw. So she's there. Okay, so I need to go through the dot. We'll just speed us over there. See you in there. Did you see the end?
Yep.
No, leave me alone. No. Don't come get me.
Just be careful of the
Heliflopter. Yeah.
Heliflopter.
What's that?
It's a rock.
My new amazing weapon. Rock. I didn't realise the rock was in the game.
That was timing.
Oh. Oh. Okay. Oh. What? Don't mind me, officers. I'm just going to my secret hideout. I mean, my other place of work. Don't look into it. At least the game's not going like fucking. Oh my god! At least the game didn't completely leave me in the dark. Ooh, fuck! Are you kidding me? Okay, so I've got to go here, do this cutscene, and then run back to the helicopter pad, the helipad. Because I've got to be on the helipad by 12. God, it's a soldier from Half-Life. A Heku soldier. Oh. No, it's a human thumb.
It really is a human thumb.
Okay. Isabella. Okay. Don't worry about me. Save yourself. Fine.
Right.
Fucking legging it, lass. Wait, are all the zombies dead? That is weird.
Yeah, they did the full extermination.
I've only got 20 minutes to get back. If I don't make this, we'll cut all this out. Because it was my own fault. I did say we saved before we started faffing around doing nothing. So we should be okay if I need to reload. But it would give us an interesting ending, because it would give us the bad ending. Hey, it's good to show the bad ending, I guess.
Leg it.
I'm going as fast as I can. I'm going it fast and my thighs will explode.
Now we genuinely are shitting ourselves as we walk.
I'm so goddamn tense.
That, if that isn't a Hollywood ending.
I am... Oh God.
Well, I'll be damned. He's still alive. That son of a bitch made it. That must mean he got his scoop. I can't wait to get my share of the take. Woo! Yeah!
This guy's got away from the military helicopter and has just been sitting there doing nothing for 3 days.
All right. You just hang tight, buddy. I'm on my way.
1 minute.
Huh? Hey! 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 I'm over here! I see you, buddy! I see you! Yeah! I'm on my way! Yeah! Yeah, you did it! You did it! Yeah! Yeah!
Oh, come on. Oh my God, they pulled the Left 4 Dead before Left 4 Dead existed. Pretty sure this predates Left 4 Dead.
So he's fucked.
Now, if I've done it right... Oh, I have. Okay. Achievement told me. Don't look at it. Okay, so that's the ending. I'm going to let the credits play, and I'm going to be right back. So, you keep... How about you go through your experience with the game currently and what you think? What
Yeah,
you were talking about
absolutely.
before.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so while my associate Goggles just goes and takes a quick toilet break, I'll have a quick talk about how I felt about the game, in my own words. I feel the game is definitely dated in a lot of ways, but definitely has stood the test of time in so many others as well. Like, I came into this expecting it to be just a snapshot of a time that has already gone by. I expected this to be a game that was great for its time, in terms of being a really good sort of like hack and slash type adventure. But what I actually got was a really quite interesting way of storytelling and integrating a lot of different emotional moments into one overall experience. Like, there was a lot of relatable characters and also a lot of comic relief characters that both worked very well. And I really appreciate the amount of time and effort that must have gone into making sure that neither one of the two became completely overwhelming. And I definitely loved the character of Frank West in this. Like, I really loved how unashamedly human he was. But how the fact that he was a very flawed individual, but he also had a lot of positive characteristic traits as well. How it was effectively a tale of people just doing what they felt they had to in order to survive. I do think that where the game suffered the most had to be the boss fights, because they either sort of like revealed a lot more about the character and had a lot of flair to them, or they just became borderline insufferable or just insultingly short. Like, it's, as Goggles sort of like put forward earlier, it's very easy to actually break a lot of the boss fights over your knee if you know how, and while sort of like knowing how is effectively a part of sort of like learning how to play the games in a lot of sense, I still feel that the fact that you can just take down a boss in seconds just by finding the right item isn't necessarily good game design, and it's something that, if I'm honest, I think should have at least been addressed. But at the same time, the overall experience was incredibly tight. I do think that there was a lot of very high moments. Q-Lock! Part of the same porting team that did perhaps a less successful port in recent years called Dark Souls. They were in charge of the remaster, if I remember.
Who were?
Q-Lock.
Okay, did they do this?
Yes, they were just part of the port team.
Oh.
So I believe it was Q-Lock that had part of the remastering. So we'll double check that. Don't cite us on it. The Leo of the future will
put it on screen.
We'll put it on screen to see if it was. But no, overall, I will definitely say that it's a game that you should experience at least once.
So I've gone up. I've got attack points. I got ending A, which is the best ending. I got lifesaver for saving other people. But Mega Man Tight's been out of the security room. Special Forces Boot's been out of the security room. Prisoner Guard out of the security room. Overtime mode has been added to the title screen. Because here's the thing. If you hadn't already guessed, and I've been keeping the secret from Leo here, but
the game goes on.
We ain't done. We ain't done here. There's overtime. Did I actually convince you that this would end? Like where you
I was expecting it to keep going. Has he just completely given up hope?
He collapsed into unconsciousness. You couldn't really tell because of glasses, but still.
You're awake. Oh, thank God. It wasn't easy getting you back here by myself, you know. You collapsed on the roof.
I collapsed?
Maybe it's because you were awake for 3
No,
days straight.
Wait. Does that mean...
You must have gotten yourself infected somehow.
Yeah. Somehow. No.
The time between infection and zombification differs greatly from person to person. You're lucky, Frank. You seem to have a very high level of resistance.
So, So what you're saying is that I get to spend longer waiting for the inevitable. Is that it? You know, I'm not sure lucky is the word I'd use. The helicopter crashed. No one's coming to help us now. It's over for us. No matter what we do.
What if there was some way to impede the infection? If we could extract and administer a large dose of hormones from the corpus allatum of an adult queen, it would potentially hinder the growth of the larva in your blood, retarding the zombification process.
Hang on a sec. I don't understand a word you just said. What are we supposed to do?
I'll need certain supplies to get this to work. And queens. As many as you can get your hands on.
All right. Sounds like a plan. Should be sitting around here waiting to die.
So, the end game is a giant fetch quest. Which is not... also, we were asleep for 8 hours.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, this is gonna sound...
24 hours remain until Frank's zombification. So there's only 24 hours left. And now we've got all these things to get. So we need to get a cold spray, first aid kit, a blender, coffee filters, magnifying glass, count stove, developing solution, and perfume bottle. They at least give you a guide. Like, they at least show you where they are.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to save. And I've been leading Leo on with this, so I think it's probably a good idea to leave it here.
Yeah. I think it's a good idea to leave it here, and if I'm perfectly honest, I feel like... I should put it... I feel like sort of like getting up to that ending and actually sort of like leaving the ending on there was probably sort of like the best way. It's like a very good ending to me. Oh. I personally really liked sort of like the ending, and I would be more than happy to play sort of like through the rest of this. But it's 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, so I think
and I have to go to work today.
Yeah, so I think we're gonna call it a night for now. But yeah, we've got overtime. We've got to find all this stuff, and like I like the idea of overtime because it means you have to earn it. If you fuck up, or if you don't get the whatchamacallit, if you fuck up on the quests, or you don't go back to talk to her when she asks you to go back, or whatever, or you don't get to the thing in time. There's so many variables. If you fuck up, you don't get the ending.
Yeah.
You do not get overtime. Frank loses consciousness and becomes a zombie, and you get different. There are different endings. I think there is actually an ending where you do get away, but because you don't do the overtime stuff, you still turn into a zombie just later on.
Yeah.
But okay, one thing I kind of love is the fact that this is a game where you could be grabbed and bitten loads of times, and it's kind of a thing in zombie games, where the main character can get bitten, but they have immunity to it outside of cutscenes.
Yeah.
Whereas in cutscenes, it's like, oh, don't get bitten. Outside of it, it's like, no, it doesn't matter. Whereas in this game, they go, no, we know you're going to get bitten, so we're going to make you infected by the end of it. And even if you don't get bitten, even if you somehow play the game perfectly, they put that interaction with the Queen in. So basically, if you don't get bitten at any point in the game, you got stung by the bee. Because you did. At that point in the game, you got stung by the bee.
Yeah.
So that is how you get infected. And I kind of love that, because it means no matter how much Frank wins, he's not coming out of it whole.
Yeah.
So I fucking love that.
I do.
Right, so we're going to go. We've been at this for hours and hours.
And
we are actually approaching 10 hours.
Yeah, and we will be back, and if anything, we will actually be back perhaps in one sort of like overall episode afterwards. So like after we've done all this, to bring up to effectively surmise all of the experience that we've had.
Well,
in
and
Dead Rising.
finish off the quest.
Yeah, finish off the quest.
I'm not leaving Frank without his suppressant.
Absolutely.
I want to make his zombie process retarded. I want to. Yeah, we're going to go on that terrible joke.
Yes.
Good night.
Good night.